Sound Production.
Hello, salutations. What it do? It's that the gamer, all father, the do-rag gang. You know the vibes. Like and subscribe. Let's get it. Sub Slayer, welcome to Defender. I don't know if you're still here, but appreciate you. Harry Scott, what's up? Don Quixote. You're in the ER? Oh, hope everything's okay, my friend. What's going on, Knight Rider? Aqua, what it do? What is up, True Savage? What's going on?
Sound Production.
What's up, B Waters? I'm good. How you guys doing? I was just watching a little Netflix, eating a little lunch. I was like, oh yeah, let me get this broadcast ready. Actually excited. I've been playing Outriders for the last few days. I re-downloaded it. Haven't played it in like 2 months. Then when I heard they're having more content, I was like, oh, let me see how it is. And it's a lot better than the last time I played it. Mr. Griffin, still not Artist Zoo time, my friend. It's Outriders time. You a little tired? I feel you. Healthy, blessed another day. Nice. Yeah, I got a lot to do. It's a little chilly in here. Well, not upstairs because heat rises, but I gotta get a new thermostat downstairs because the heater isn't going to activate without it. So that's another pain that I'd rather not deal with. But what are you gonna do? What's going on, God of Vengeance? Appreciate y'all for stopping by. You know the vibes. Make sure you like, subscribe if you're new. This isn't my usual Marvel's Avengers content, but I actually started this channel with some Outriders. Did I watch Arcane? I did. I watched I think it was like 2 episodes. Pretty good. I've never played League of Legends ever, but the story was interesting so far. Very good animation. I'm with it. You quit playing a while back because the loot drops. Oh yeah, they did a huge increase to the amount of legendaries that you can get, especially during expeditions. They fixed a lot of the problems with armor and damage mitigation. They fixed some mods and set bonuses. Like, I'm a Technomancer main, and one of the reasons I stopped playing was because I grinded out the Borealis set, but the Borealis set was bugged, so I wasn't getting the bonus. And now they fixed it, and to the point where the Borealis set is actually pretty OP. What's going on, Lejeune? Yeah, the game is a lot. Now, multiplayer apparently still has its issues, but I've always played Outriders solo because I heard all these horror stories about people trying to play online. So I was like, you know what? I'm not just going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to play solo. What's up, Lejeune? Oh yeah, you're an OG Outriders player. I remember. You're one of us. Did I simp for the black lady dressed like a Wakandan? I did not. There was not a single bit of simping in Arcane for me. Not my sort of waifus, no. Membership link? Oh yeah, appreciate you, my friend. Hold up. I'll get that for you. You simped hard for her. That sounds like you got a type, my friend. Hey, no shame. You can simp for whoever you feel. Whoever you want to simp for. Yeah, just with the whole, it could be the art style, but yeah, there was nothing about her that was just like, oh my gosh, like, you know, oh, cool. So, a mean Wakandan looking lady. Who? Should have had this link anyway. Here we go. Here is the membership link from my channel if anyone wants to pledge allegiance to Durag Nation. What's up, Rip Gaming? Yeah, I was actually happy to play Outriders because even once I was unlocking stuff, I was like, well, I can listen to podcasts, I can grind out some armor sets, work on different builds, but the gear was literally just not working. Like, mods wouldn't work, damage mitigation was a mess. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get out of here. Hopefully we get to fight that giant monster that they teased during the campaign. Feel like that's going to be a waste if we never get to fight it. So I think that's going to be part of it. Membership Discord. Discord does get a little spicy. But we have fun. We got well, a lot of memes fly around. We got build showcases. Hey, there we go. Officially got my boy Lejeune. Appreciate you, my friend. Now we're officially subscribed to each other. I'm subbed on Twitch. You're the equivalent on YouTube. Much love. You only played the demo? Yeah, the demo was great. That's part of the reason why Outriders was, so popular at launch, but all those problems, oh man. All right, it's time. That shit gas, bro. Okay. What are they showing? According to Paul Tassi and everyone else, he already played it, but he couldn't say anything. But there's supposed to be a massive expansion coming, new content, new balancing. There's going to be a whole big thing coming for Outriders. Start making some tracks. There's some more content. Keep working on the multiplayer. Make sure they got all the bugs fixed in that regard. And we got another one. We got another banger. That inventory right really hurt the game. Yeah. The two things that really killed Outriders' momentum was the inventory wipe and people being unable to log in. Because it takes a while to really grind out a build on Outriders, and just to have all that wiped away, man. Yeah, that those two things, logging it, not being able to log in, and the inventory wipes crushed it. Outriders was doing crazy numbers too. They launched on Game Pass. They sold well on other platforms. They had 125,000 concurrents on Steam. It was crazy. Here we go. Yeah, same. New Horizon, okay. Let's go.
Hello there, my name is Lucy, and it has been a while, hasn't it? Welcome to today's episode of the Outriders broadcast. After a long development, it has been so awesome seeing people jump into the game and see what makes Outriders' blend of intense action and deep RPG so special. And we really hope you've enjoyed your time on Enoch so far. But let's not beat around the bush here. We pride ourselves on transparency and putting the player first, and it really was heartbreaking that there were technical issues and game balance issues at launch. And the team have been working tirelessly to regularly improve, fix, and update the game to deliver the experience that you guys deserve. And today, we're here to put things right. This show is all about the future of Outriders. And there's lots of very juicy stuff to get into. But first, let's take a look at the new, huge, free update that is coming to Outriders.
Free?
We hope this will act as a nice little reset moment for those of you who have wanted to check out the game, or those of you who have had some issues along the way. Today, we present a new horizon for Outriders.
I love free. Free 99.
Jakob, you still got tunes?
Hey, Jakob. Okay. New expeditions. No timers, yes. New transmog. Okay, I'm intrigued.
Oh. I've heard such terrible, terrible things about you. How many of my people did you kill just to reach us?
World Slayer expansion.
Whew, how about that then? There's not much more to say when it comes to World Slayer other than it's a fully formed expansion to the game that takes the Outriders to the furthest reaches of Enoch in an all-new story that poses their biggest challenge to date. There's loads more to talk about when it comes to World Slayer, but that, I'm afraid, is a topic for another day. So, you've just had a very whistle-stop tour of what is coming to the game, but we've still got a little bit of time together, haven't we? So I'm going to pass the mic over to the fountain of all knowledge, Sven, and he's going to give you a much deeper dive of the update, and specifically how it shakes up the Outriders endgame for the better. Here's your New Horizons spotlight.
I'm loving those no-timer expeditions.
Hello everyone, Sven here to give you the full lowdown on what exactly this massive new update brings to the table. As we have always said, Outriders is not a live service game, although we have constantly updated and improved the player experience and focused our attentions on the core game to ensure players receive the game they deserved and we intended. This continued focus has allowed us to improve Outriders in a growing number of ways, and in our commitment, we have gone to town. Now, a few short months later, we'd like to lift the hood on how we improved Outriders and show you exactly what we've been working on. Okay, let's take it from the top. When Outriders originally launched, the endgame experience players were having sadly didn't quite align with what you wanted and what we expected. This was arguably our greatest challenge to resolve. Rewards for expeditions were granted based on how quickly you could complete an expedition. For most players, this meant forcing themselves into a specific playstyle based on damage per second only.
Yep.
This stifled build diversity and the tremendous creativity our players bring to the table.
They might as well embrace it. It's basically a live
Expeditions
service
now
game.
have no timer by default. In this new system, finishing an expedition, regardless of how long it takes, will earn you that expedition's reward. Rewards have also been equalized, so that even expeditions that fundamentally take longer to finish will still be respectful of your time as a player, and will feel rewarding to complete. This means that you won't need to sprint to the end of an expedition in order to get the best possible loot. You can take as long as you want and play and experiment with the character build of your choosing, all without being punished. You can still run a timed expedition if you prefer, but this would be only for bragging rights, not for improved rewards.
Okay, I like
At
it.
launch, grinding for legendary gear wasn't fun and didn't feel rewarding enough, even when playing on the highest difficulty levels. It was also very hard to find specific items due to the random nature of the system. Since then, we've implemented a 100% increase to all legendary drop rates, globally. We also developed an anti-duplication system, which reduces the likelihood of players getting items they already own. Furthermore, another change made to expeditions that will benefit legendary loot hunters is the final mission, the Eye of the Storm, will now grant you a pick-and-choose legendary item reward upon completion. You'll be able to choose one of 3 gear pieces, with your options being randomly pulled directly from the full loot pool. Finally, we've also made Thiago more useful.
Thank
Thiago's
God.
shop now offers options for a mystery legendary purchase, and you can spend drop pod resources to re-roll this elite offer. Getting all the legendary gear in the game is all well and good, but what if you want to look a certain way, but your build relies on mods or a set bonus that is only available on a certain piece of gear? It's one of the most requested features from you so far.
Transmog.
We've added transmogrification, which will let you change the visual aspect of an item to that of another item of the same type. For weapons, it also includes all sounds. Pretty cool, huh? Transmogging is entirely free. No convoluted systems, microtransactions or in-game resources required. And there's no limit to how often an item can be transmogrified.
Yes, sir.
As soon as you've acquired an item, you will also acquire its transmog design. Your transmog library spans across your entire account, meaning it collects designs from all your characters in your roster into one pool. Let's check out a few examples. Say you really love the look of your Devastator legendary gear set, but you just wished your badass trickster could wear it, while maintaining your perfect trickster build. With just a few clicks in a visual customizer, your wish can now become a reality. After changing the look from the Trespasser set to the Marshal set, your trickster build with all its abilities is still the same, but now you're sporting a mean Devastator look. Anomaly Effigy is an effing awesome shotgun, but sometimes it's one of those days where you just don't feel like carrying around a bulky animal skull, feather, thing. Instead, you prefer your gun to look like one of the newly introduced weapons from the New Horizon update. Given you already
New
found a Runa
weapons.
Scythe, you just need to
Alright.
apply the design onto your effigy and you're good to go. Don't forget, it's inside what counts. Underneath the new look is all the functions of the Anomaly effigy, power and perks included. Transmog truly lets you express your style whilst keeping that perfect build that has been tuned to perfection for the most vicious of endgame expeditions. If you want to run into the Eye of the Storm with rusted gear, do it. If you missed that first legendary gun you sported, bring it back. If you have the Hellranger's pack and want your pyro to look like a badass biker, well, you know the drill by now. Head to the visual customizer and raise some hell. We also don't want you to lose track of what items you already transmogged in your inventory. That's why customized gear will be marked by this new symbol. Another important note, you do not have to dismantle any gear to acquire the design for it. As soon as it pops up in your inventory, it'll be part of your transmog collection. Can you fill and complete your transmog library?
Nice.
To get you started, and in celebration of the New Horizon update release, we have another little cool something for you. Everyone logging on this week,
All right, Mark.
and that means new and existing players, will receive a unique legendary armor piece. Awesome changes, but feel like you've already completed everything there is to do in Outriders? Ah, a new expedition would be nice, you say. We hear you. How about 4? And how about for free? We added 4 brand new and massive expeditions, taking you to previously unexplored areas of Enoch.
Nice.
Each featuring an exciting
I'm all about
mini-story,
it.
connecting you with characters and events experienced in the main campaign. Molten Depths will send you back to Eagle Peaks. When a drop pod signal activated, Dunham investigated and found a hidden power station. In order to take it back online, she wants you to clear out the station from any unwanted tenants, no matter the size, shape, and form. The City of Nomads will confront you with a character who is haunted by the sins of his past. Very aware of his dark history, you decide to help him in protecting the old Pax village Uketuatara. In the Marshals Complex, Corrigan, the great Grand Marshal himself, asks you to reclaim a facility near Deadrock Pass, taken by insurgents. It won't take you long to discover that this facility is anything but just another insurgent camp. Last but not least, the Wellspring. Tiago told you about the Pax legend of a sacred place called Atuma Itaru, where pilgrims would take long travels to sacrifice their treasures into deep wells. You and your team are in search of those forgotten riches. If it wasn't for this tremendous storm that seems to get stronger and stronger.
Outriders is back.
Even new expedition players will already have access to the first of the 4 fresh expeditions, with the others unlocking at challenge tier 4, 8, and 12. And without a timer requirement to get the gear, feel free to take your time and explore. That's something you should definitely keep in mind when visiting these 4 new locations, cause they're a bit different and special in many ways. But wait, there's more.
Oh.
Here's a very fast recap of the many changes Outriders has undergone since launch, and that you can look forward to when returning to Enoch as part of the New Horizon update. Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, thank
you. Just
you.
love to hum along to the tune of the opening
Thank you.
video, but we reckon you've probably seen the intro one too many times now. Check it out. With the New Horizon update, you're able to skip it and get into the game much quicker now. Hey,
Thank
you're
Jesus.
welcome. For console players, we've added a number of new control settings and customization options. A
Definitely
core
needed.
focus for us is to enable players to experiment with build diversity and play Outriders in a way that is the most fun to you. Using this as our guiding philosophy, we focused on buffing players, gear, and skills for all 4 classes. If you stop
Always
playing
good.
shortly after launch and are only getting back into the game now, you will
Crossplay,
feel
yes, this
tankier
game has
and will deal
crossplay.
more damage. Maybe take some of your previously neglected skills out for a spin too. Trust me, it'll be worth it. Here's how we improve the multiplayer experience. We now have fully functioning crossplay across all platforms, including Stadia. Matchmaking rules have been improved to enable players to find better connections that have less lag, rubber banding, or disconnections. We also implemented a matchmaking rule to check for AFK players, to help you find active partners and get into the game quicker. A kick protection from expeditions has been implemented. You can no longer be booted from a session before claiming your expedition reward.
Yeah.
And I mean, what kind of jerk would do something like that anyway? We
Yeah.
also greatly reduced multiplayer crashes and disconnection issues, leading to an overall much more stable experience. Whew. And I think that's actually about it for now. If you're after more detail, be sure to drop by the Outriders social channels over the next couple days, where we will be deep diving on the finer points of all these great changes. We hope you are as excited as we are for the New Horizon update, and we can't wait to share more about the exciting future ahead. Thank you again for your relentless support, and please stay healthy out there. And with that, back to you, Lucy.
The New Horizon update brings a host of new content and improvements to the game, offering up a perfect moment to jump back into Outriders, or perhaps start your journey across Enoch for the first time. And the best news of all, the New Horizon update will be available and live across all platforms as of this week. However, we are going to round out the show, as we always do, with a community Q&A, fielding your questions. So, where's my boy Robbie?
Hey everyone, welcome back to your Outriders Community Q&A. I'm your host, Community Manager Robbie Palmer,
Yep.
and without further ado, let's just jump into these
Outriders is
spicy,
back, baby.
delicious off-world questions.
What's going on, Trunks?
When will the New Horizon update be live? New Horizon will be live across all platforms on November 16th, so you won't have to wait long to play our 4 new expedition maps or fabulously transmog your characters.
Tomorrow?
Stay tuned to our social channels for a time zone breakdown of when the patch goes live in your region and on your platform.
It's dropping
How
tomorrow?
much does the New Horizon update cost? New Horizon is going to cost you absolutely nothing. Nada, nilch. AKA it's completely free as long as you own the base game. What else have we changed since the launch of Outriders?
I know when I'm streaming tomorrow.
Since the launch of Outriders, we've had a dedicated team focusing on ensuring that the in-game issues are addressed and the overall experience is improved. On top of these and numerous other quality of life improvements, we've worked hard on resolving crashes and fixing bugs, including the infamous inventory wipe.
The update is free.
If you were affected by this at any stage, you'll be happy to hear that your inventory has been restored and that everything is waiting for you to jump back into the game. On top of the new expedition maps, the no timer expedition mode and the transmog system that are introduced in the New Horizon update, there are plenty of changes that have gone into the game over time through our regular updates. So even if you checked in with Outriders in between launch and today, there's sure to be new stuff waiting for you to try out. If you haven't yet logged in to acquire your player appreciation package, you will also find this waiting for you. It features a legendary weapon, a new emote, and extra titanium based on your character's level. Just check in your main character's inventory. Speaking of freebies, to celebrate the New Horizon update, we're placing another celebration package in everyone's inventory. You can look
More
forward
free
to a
stuff?
free legendary armor piece when you next log in. It will be an armor piece that you haven't previously received, and don't worry, the cannonball set will not be granted. And yes, everyone will get this celebration package. But don't delay, because this celebration package is only here for a short time and must be redeemed soon. When can I get more information on World Slayer? We are desperate to share more information on World Slayer, but we want to ensure that it will be absolutely ready to be seen when we first show it. Stay tuned to our social channels for more World Slayer updates in the coming months.
All right.
Finally, to celebrate the release of the New Horizon update and the announce of World Slayer, we are giving away a number of NVIDIA RTX 3080 GPU cards via our Twitter and Discord social channels. Be sure to drop by to find out how you can enter the sweepstakes. And that is a wrap on the community Q&A.
Dub.
If you have any other burning questions that need answering, be sure to follow us on Twitter and send it our
Dub.
way. A big thank you to everyone for your support since launch. We are excited to bring you the New Horizon update and share more information on World Slayer with you very soon. Back to you, Lucy.
Listen, we know it's been a trying time since the launch of Outriders, but hopefully today has shown you our dedication to the game and its players, as well as laying down what's to come in the near future. World Slayer is going to blow your head off, and we can't wait to share more with you in the near future. Until then, goodbye.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'm hype. Officially hype. Take no adventure. Yeah, Outriders definitely knows how to do a redemption arc. That is nothing but dubs all around. Yeah, I'm definitely streaming this update. If you're an Outriders player, feel free, come by the stream, team up with me. We can tackle some of these expeditions. I'm here for it. Let's go. I'm excited. I've been playing Outriders the last few days. and this new update, dubs all around. Major update. I did not expect this to be tomorrow, and then there's an expansion coming next year. Like that's crazy. Good job, Outriders. They definitely know how to do a broadcast. Certain other games could definitely learn when they're putting together war tables or new updates. This addressed I think they literally address every issue people were complaining about. Like even being able to skip little things like being able to skip the intro, bigger things like having expeditions that aren't timed. Also, instead of nerfing skills, they're going to buff other skills to encourage build diversity, which is always a plus. I like this. I like what I'm hearing. Why aren't these sales adventures? People Can Fly are they were given the Outriders project, and Crystal Dynamics was given the Avengers project. But I'm a fan of People Can Fly, especially with the way they communicate and interact with the community. If you ever been to the subreddit, they have a awesome community manager. It's really good, and you see it come across in these broadcasts. They are very well put together, super professional, and they really do take feedback. Send your gamer tag. So I'm on PlayStation. So I'm going to whenever I load up the game, whenever I stream tomorrow, come through and I can give you my cross. I can actually start my session and give you my crossplay tag, because if you're on Xbox or Stadia or whatever, I got to give you the crossplay my ID tag so that you can join even if you're not on the same platform. But yeah, whenever I'll see when it goes live, and I'm assuming it's going to be around the afternoon, so when I actually start streaming it. So if you're an Outrider player, definitely come through. I'm gonna be having fun exploring this new update. Should be a lot of fun. You're on PS5? Yep, just you can add me. My PSN is Sadat Soul. Should be fun. So I think the No Way Home launch trailer is really, I have no idea. At this point, why are they even doing more trailers? Half the movie has been spoiled. Why are they still doing trailers? Haven't they shown enough of this freaking movie? I'm not watching a single trailer. I've been avoiding leaks. I'm not watching nothing. I'm done watching No Way. I'm not watching any. I don't need to see any more No Way Home footage. I'm done. I'm good on No Way Home. I saw the first trailer, and I've been trying to avoid leaks ever since. I'm done. I don't need to know anything else. Spider-Man, Multiverse, Doctor Strange, cool. Wake me up when it's December. I don't need to see that else. I think someone said there's an Xbox event today. I don't care about Xbox at all, but if y'all want to see me stream an Xbox event, I can do that as well. Let me look it up. Xbox, this is the 20th anniversary thing. All right, so in about a half hour, Xbox is having the 20th anniversary stream. So if you guys want to, let me know if you guys want to see the Xbox thing. I can stick around for that if you guys actually care. They're dropping a new update. They're calling New Horizons. It's going to come with a bunch of new fixes, quality of life changes. They're adding 4 new expedition maps. They're also going to make it so that expeditions by default have no timer. You can enable the timer if you want, but it's not going to affect your gear at the end. So if you want to play the expedition, take your time, explore, you're not going to be punished for it at the end in terms of loot. So you can make whatever build you want as long to get through it. You don't have to make a DPS build anymore to speed run it. You can play whatever you want as long as it's good, and you'll be able to go through the expedition and get yourself some good loot. They're giving away a bunch of free stuff for as an appreciation: legendary weapon, legendary armor, new emotes. They're changing up they're adding a transmog so you can change the look of your gear and your weapons completely free. Doesn't cost anything. You're gonna finally be able to skip the intro. That people have been requesting that. They're adding a bunch of fixes to multiplayer to make it work better. They're making some changes to legendary drops. For example, if you do Eye of the Storm, you're gonna be able to choose between 3 legendaries taken from the full loot pool of your choice at the end. The update goes live sometime tomorrow. They're going to tell us what time, but it's going to be awesome. They're also going to have a new expansion that's going to bring in new story elements coming next year. Do I think Outriders were picking up? Definitely. It was already a great game. The problem was the game launched with a lot of technical problems, but they've made a ton of fixes since I last picked it up, and now they're adding this big update for free that's adding even more. So even before, like, as long as once they fixed the biggest problems, I would have definitely recommended it, because it's a really good game. About time you watch the intro. So many facts, bro. I was like, bro, can we finally skip this freaking thing? Jesus. I think that was my biggest reaction through that whole presentation. When they said you could finally skip the intro, I was like, yes, I can finally. Should you re-download Outriders? Definitely. I re-downloaded it and I've been having a lot of fun. And this update sounds awesome. When you got the game, matchmaking was atrocious. Same. Only played. I never bothered with the matchmaking. I played one time with my friend who also had it, but I've mostly just been playing solo. I'm definitely looking forward to finally exploring the multiplayer too. Playing solo is fun, but I definitely would have preferred to, you know, play multiplayer. It's just multiplayer was down pretty tremendous. But if multiplayer is going to be fixed and we're getting all these new changes, then let's go. Oh yeah, they meant this was a small thing, but it was a bit of a problem. There's an anti-kick feature now, because what used to happen is you would play when you did play online with other people, when you match made, you would do the expedition, and then the party host would kick you at the end of the mission before you could get the loot, because for some reason they trusted that players weren't going to be scumbags and kick people before they can claim the drop pod. So now they're going to have the anti-kick feature, so you cannot kick people before they get their loot. That's gone. We ever get the do-rag reveal? No, 10K is the 10K this year is the PS5 giveaway. Do-rag reveal at 100K. 100K subs, the do-rag comes off. 100K subs. Your team went with Pyro, Debuff, Techno, Trickster. Oh yeah, that's a good combo. Yeah, I'm on right now I'm rocking mainly a Technomancer with the Borealis set based just around freezing. Let me give him 100K. Good luck. I would greatly appreciate it. Getting to 100K. $100K. You will have to find out at 100. Get me to 100K and you will find out. You're running Techno or freezing. Definitely get it now. The Borealis set is super OP right now. That's what I'm running on my Techno. I got the Absolute Zero from my assault rifle, and I got the Borealis set because you get a 90% damage increase on frozen enemies. So yeah, it gets nasty. Pizza time indeed. And I'm rocking out with Dark Sacrifice, of course. Why am I on an Xbox stream? Because people in the chat said that they wanted to see the anniversary stream. Yeah, I mean, I'm already here, so I'm already streaming, so I might as well stick around for the Xbox anniversary. Let me just update. Yeah, I care. I literally do not. I still do not care at all about Xbox. The only Xbox game I care about is Fable. So if they do a Fable reveal, that'd be pretty dope. Otherwise, I don't care at all. I'm literally just doing this because people in the chat wanted to see it. 2 years later, we finally hit 100K, so I will have great days of like, do we? Can the Durag Gang take on an Indian mega corporation? It's definitely possible. I believe in the power of the collective. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I don't hate Xbox, you know. Just because I play PlayStation does not mean I hate Xbox. I just think Xbox has terrible games. That's why I don't play it. What's going on, Dante? I'm going good. If they do drop Fable, then I'll be legit excited. If Fable looks good, then I might actually buy an Xbox. No cap. That's how much of a fan of Fable I am. Fable 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. In fact, Fable 2 might be my second favorite game of all time, behind Ghost of Tsushima. Did I play Neo 1 or 2? I played a little bit of Neo 2. I got it for free when I think it was a PlayStation Plus download. I didn't get into it. Ghost of Tsushima is literally the best game ever made. I see no lies here. Yeah, out of all of my favorite games, Fable is definitely up there. Ghost of Tsushima, Fable 2, Spider-Man PS4, Arkham Knight, GTA 3. Those are some of my favorite. What else? Sonic Adventure for Dreamcast. Mario 64. But Fable 2 is definitely in the top 5. Probably number 2. Ghost of Tsushima 2 needs to be full on Shinobi. I would definitely be here for that. A full Shinobi game from Sucker Punch. It honestly can't be worse than DC fandom. You say that, but anything is possible. Like I said, I'm not an Xbox player, so I'm guessing that 99% of these games are going to be a hard no for me. But no, the last PlayStation, the last State of Play, that was worse. That was worse than DC fandom. That last PlayStation showcase, it was like 40 minutes, and they basically just showed a bunch of Nintendo ripoffs. That was tremendously bad. So I'm guessing Xbox can definitely beat that. What's my opinion on God of War 4 being on PC? I'm glad that Sony is sharing the wealth. They obviously recognize the importance of including the Steam community. You know, they're not, you know, they're direct competitors like Microsoft is. So I see no reason why they can't, you know, show some love to Steam. So good that you guys get to have a little bit of a God of War. Think you got Horizon as well. State of Play had you sleep. Yeah, that one was. I would have rather watched 20 minutes of Deathloop. The eyes of CV, are you betraying the PlayStation community? No, I'm just streaming this by request. I am a benevolent god after all. If people in the chat want me to stream the Xbox anniversary celebration, I don't mind. Mainly because I'm already here and it's only 20 minutes away, so I might as well just keep streaming. Yeah, guys, with Spider-Man, but these games about to be super fire. I mean, PlayStation showed us a new Wolverine game and Spider-Man 2 with Venom, so I'm not expecting anything in this Xbox showcase to be remotely interesting, apart from Fable. Plus, I heard they're also. Plus, we got the other Marvel game that's dropping from Skydance, and then I hear that Sony is doing a MMO style Marvel game similar to DC Universe Online. That's the latest rumor that I just heard, and they said Insomniac might be the studio that's working on it. So I see nothing but reasons to be a PlayStation owner and none to be an Xbox owner, unless you really like Forza and Halo. Oh yeah, like if like I gave Xbox a fair chance too. It's like it wasn't a done deal for me when I was deciding between the PS5 and the Series X. I could have had either one, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go next gen. So let me see which is better. So I looked at the showcases for both. I looked at all the upcoming games for both, put them side by side, and I did not see a single Xbox game that I cared about. Not one. Whereas PlayStation just had potential banger after banger after banger. So I'm like, well, this is an easy choice. Like if Xbox had a crazy stacked lineup of games for the Series X, I would have picked that up. But because PlayStation's games look so much better, that's the main thing I care about. Like, are the exclusives good? Okay. Comes to PC, I'm definitely not doing a PC. I do not have an expensive enough computer to be worrying about PC games. This computer that I'm using right now is for music and streaming. PS5, PC, the best combo. I mean, PC is definitely not the place to play Marvel's Avengers on, but I'll be seeing some really good Steam games. So I see the appeal. Thoughts on God of War going to PC? Like I said before, it's a good look for Sony. Obviously, I'm always glad when gamers have access to more games, and makes sense for Sony. There's a ton of potential players out there on Steam that they can convert to the ways of the PlayStation. So makes sense to me. Make some money, give them access to one of your older exclusives. Maybe you convince someone on Steam to also buy a PlayStation so they can get more of these exclusives faster. I see what they're doing. Makes sense. In the meantime, people that don't have a PlayStation were only on PC get to have some fun with God of War. Xbox is indeed downtrend. I do legit feel bad for the Marvel's Avengers players. Like, obviously Microsoft is a $1 billion company, so who cares about their feelings? They bought Bethesda without a second thought. Who cares? But for the players that got Marvel's Avengers and found out after they already pre-ordered that Spider-Man was going to be a PlayStation exclusive, that's why I mainly feel bad. Because the timing of it was really sketchy. And it didn't make sense to me at the time. Like, why would you release Marvel's Avengers on all platforms and then lock the biggest character coming to the game to just one of the platforms? That made no sense to me. So I joke about Xbox players, but I legit think that the whole Spider-Man thing for Marvel's Avengers was scummy. Insomniac, I don't care if you're mad that Insomniac makes Marvel games for PlayStation only. Just deal with it. Buy a PlayStation if you care that much. But in the case of Marvel's Avengers, that was legit scummy. I didn't like that at all. You hope CD gives PC and Xbox Spider-Man. Now, if PC and Xbox are gonna get Spider-Man on Marvel's Avengers, it has to be Sony's decision. I think Sony, when they paid for the deal, I think they paid for a permanent exclusive. So I don't think legally Crystal Dynamics can do anything about it. Petition for Half-Life 2. I've never played it. Do I have any insight on the resource rework for Avengers? Polychlorin is already hard to get. So I actually I'm a little bit worried about the resource rework. I don't know too much. I know they're supposed to have a blog dropping today, but I know that they're going to be dropping fragments from more places, but I didn't hear anything about polychlorin becoming more accessible. But supposedly they're supposed to be raising the resource cap for all of them. And they're going to, and all the resources that they're getting rid of are supposed to be added to your total of polychlorin upgrade modules. But the one thing they did do is they reduced the cost of polychlorin. Polychlorin used to be a lot more expensive, but now it's a lot cheaper. So it goes a lot further than it did before. I'm mainly worried about a bug because this is an update where they have to remove your resources and update some other ones. So I can definitely see a bug happening on the 30th where people download the patch and all of their stuff is wiped. I can already see it. I hope nothing like that happens, but it definitely feels possible given their history. What's going on, Technique? I mean, I respect Sony's hustle. They made the offer. Square Enix is the ones that were like, yeah, we'll do this. We see nothing wrong with this. We like money. They could have said, you know what? We don't need Spider-Man that bad. We can just have a Doctor Strange DLC and everybody can have it. But, or we can bring in Storm or something, but they were like, nah, let's do Spider-Man and, screw everybody else. You worry about web swinging? You should be. Hopefully they show us traversal before the 30th. Don't feel bad for them because the other way around, they would trash. Oh, I mean, of course, gamers are going to game, but I still think morally speaking, no matter which way it went, I think it was a bad move from a moral standpoint. I think Square Enix deciding to announce that a major hero is only going to be on one platform right before launch was very scummy, regardless of which platform it ended up affecting. Did you miss the Outrider part? You completely missed the Outrider part, but it was spectacular. If you haven't re-downloaded Outriders, you might want to do that right now, because there's a big update coming tomorrow. New Horizons, a lot of big changes. They're also dropping a story expansion in 2022. If you're an Outrider player, you definitely, or if you were on the fence, tomorrow's going to be a great time to jump back in. A lot of quality of life changes, new content. It's going to be awesome. Hopefully. You're afraid to upgrade any artifacts or resources? Yeah, I'm at like 9 something, so yeah. I have no reason to use major artifacts anymore, so yeah, I'm just gonna sit on the max level, I also recommend filling up your inventory locker as much as possible. If you can get exotics in there, even better. And just keep your locker full for the update so that you can dismantle all of it, all the stuff you don't want, particularly the exotics, because you're gonna want to replace them anyway. And this way, when the update drops, you get access to a bunch of more resources, because you're going to need a lot of fragments. It'd be best to have a Strange comes to Xbox exclusively. Yeah, well, they said that they're not going to do any more exclusive characters, but we also know that what Marvel's Avengers says publicly doesn't mean anything. So who knows, but it would be in their best interest to not do any more exclusive characters. I will say that. Would I recommend it? Yeah, if you haven't gotten Outriders, or you already bought Outriders but you haven't been playing it, tomorrow is definitely going to be when you want to jump back in.
The 20-year anniversary of Xbox and Halo sparks a lot of memories.
Bro, what is up with this boot? Yo, what is this dude's voice?
In high school, I ran an after-school video game club. One day, a friend invited us over to play this game I've never heard of, called Halo.
This is not the voice I expected to come out of this body.
High with the Halo 1 pistol. All this a week before the launch of Halo 2. Me and the other members of the game club ran tournaments to raise money.
Me and other members of the game club raised money.
Halo 2. Rumble Pit and Team Skirmish were my jam. These formative experiences led me to directing and producing Halo broadcasts
right, fellow
for Major
kids?
League Gaming,
The hell
where I met
is
my
this
wife.
dude, bro?
We eventually moved to Seattle, where I ended up getting a job here, working on the Halo esports program.
Yeah, where's Phil Spencer
and
at?
now we have a
What the
3-year-old who I
hell, bro?
just know is going to be a Halo pro.
That's not his voice.
It's not an exaggeration to say that if it weren't for Halo, I'd probably be back on the islands working as an engineer and having way less fun. It's been a wild 20-year ride, and I'm excited for what comes next.
Hello, my name is Hyen Jung, and I am the Chief of Staff for Xbox.
Thank God, bro.
Games have helped shape the course of my life. As
She's
a
cute,
shy
too.
and nerdy teenager, I went from simple MS-DOS games like Hangman and Decathlon to play favorites like King's Quest and Warcraft.
Better get Steve
Games
Urkel out of here.
inspired me to code small programs of my own and eventually to study both computer science and design. And today, I love sharing the joy of gaming with my 6-year-old daughter, Piper. She's already finished 3 console games on her own, and I've loved seeing her get caught up in the visuals and music of The Artful Escape and learn to read with lost words.
You have a Max Scout character?
My own
Perfect.
work
I'm looking
has
for
taught
people
me
to play
how
with.
play
I'm
can
streaming
be a
it tomorrow.
powerful force for social good.
Love
I was
how you
asked
call
to
it. I
help
can see it.
children with cystic
I got
fibrosis
to.
to make their
I got
daily
no choice but to keep it real.
physiotherapy a more enjoyable experience. And in the course of my visits with a family in Cornwall, England, I saw that they all loved to play games together. My team and I turned a cystic fibrosis therapy device into a controller for a video game.
That's pretty cool.
And it was amazing to see how playtime could be transformed into healthcare treatment, helping to alleviate their pain and boredom and allow these kids to engage in new experiences. We are still scratching the surface of how games can change the world. But when I think of how far we've come in the past 20 years, I am excited about the possibilities that lie ahead in the next 20. Thank you.
I joined Xbox during the 360 era.
Hello.
Since 2007, I've been a part of producing and supporting many of the Xbox events that you will see footage of today. I'm the lead for Xbox Fan Fest, and I'm so passionate about the program because it's all about bringing joy to you, the fans. Especially when we get to celebrate a moment together that's as exciting as
Like
Xbox's
they sound
20th
normal.
anniversary.
Either,
There's always
that
something
other dude,
special
I don't know
about
what was
bringing
happening.
fans together from around the world
What's up, casual?
through the power of gaming. While bringing Xbox Fan Fest to digital in the past year has been amazing, we can't wait to see you again in person. Nothing beats that face-to-face connection with the fans from the greatest community on the planet.
Gaming has really empowered me to just want to explore the world by ways of meeting new people.
For gaming, I met some other incredible gamers out there. They're basically family to me.
Crossplay on Outriders is buggy. Yeah, that's one of the things that they're supposed to be fixing in the new update that's dropping tomorrow.
Keep in touch with my friends
A bunch of multiplayer fixes.
I'm looking forward to taking my
Dude
game
was literally not in
generation
10th
to
grade.
generation.
Definitely not. My voice was way deeper than that in 10th grade. My voice was deeper than that in 7th grade. No
There are
cap.
reporters in gaming. It's one big community and everyone is welcome.
Xbox allows you to
You missed the whole Outriders stream.
That's a really amazing thing.
So right now we're just waiting for the Xbox anniversary stream to start.
And yeah, thank you, Xbox.
Good morning, Digital.
I really mean it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
That's why I support you and Lejeune. June Doomkiller, your boy Infamous. You one of the coolest YouTubers. Call it down the middle. I appreciate it, Soundwave. Yeah. I'm not interested in content that's like heavily slanted one way. You know, whether it's all negative or toxically positive. That's boring to me. Like I couldn't listen to that every time. So I just know that most people are somewhere in the middle. So that's who I'm generally speaking to. So whether you don't like the game or you love the game, you can come to the stream and you can have a good time, at the very least, get some good information without being completely triggered one way or the other. Like, I need a new thumbnail. All right. Let me make a new thumbnail on the fly. Did I say thumbnail? Yes. This background music is pretty good. Not bad. The Outriders is way better. The Outriders, the song that Outriders was playing before this stream started was legit gas. I'm gonna play it back just to see who did it. See, I'm gonna need a template. Just throwing a little something together. Nothing fancy. All right, we're good to go. I'm just add this new thumbnail. okay, now the thumbnail accurately reflects the title. Outriders B has to that freestyle. It definitely did. That joint was turned. Do I hit the blunt before the stream? Let's go. Let's see if they can compete with September's PlayStation Showcase. Don't put that on them. There's no way they're competing with that. Let's see if they can compete with the PlayStation State of Play and go from there. Literally just finished the thumbnail for the game for the day. Yeah, when I schedule my streams, I do the thumbnail, but sometimes I wait until like a half hour before to do the thumbnail when I'm doing some streams. Try not to fall asleep. I'll try my best. I'll try my best to stay awake. They also better not have any copyrighted music either, or we're gonna have a problem. Wake you up when they show something good.
At Xbox,
you're gonna be asleep for a while, my friend.
Our passion is to help you find and play the games that you love.
You know, I love the art form of video games. I think we tell stories that bring people together, whether it's competing or whether it's cooperative. This is just what gaming should be about.
Yeah, I heard there's the No Way Home trailer is dropping. You swear the do-rag is more powerful than the Infinity Gauntlet? It is. The do-rag is more powerful than the TVA. Fable and Halo are only two good things they get. I see no lies there. No, I saw someone in the chat said they wanted to see Elder Scrolls.
Wow! After all of this time, it's special to be back here with Xbox fans around the world. I mean, just look at this stage. That alone shows you how far we've all come since 2001. My name is Robbie Bach, and I had the privilege of being in charge of Xbox until I retired from Microsoft in 2010. Now, when we started Xbox 20 years ago, the original idea was a business venture, a way for Microsoft to get into the living room. But as we assembled our team and got to work, Xbox quickly blossomed
Celestials
into a new
ain't got
vision
nothing
for
on
what
the
games
do-rag
could
game.
be. An Ethernet port to connect players over the internet at broadband speeds. A built-in hard drive to help games evolve beyond the limitations of discs and cartridges. A global dedicated online service to let you play with old and new friends alike, no matter where they are. These were audacious, groundbreaking ideas at the time, but they were also risky.
Rishi, just don't talk about what's in the trailer.
I'll be honest and say inside and outside of Microsoft.
There may be people who have been avoiding stuff. Just
there were lots
wait till
of
the trailer
challenges
drops,
involved in getting that first Xbox out the door in a way that was true to our vision.
Dark Side is
So when I
sweet,
think about
for
what
sure.
it took to bring Xbox to life, I always remember that success was not guaranteed. And it was your passion for what Xbox is that transformed that vision into reality. A vision only comes to life when others share a belief in what's possible. And for that, we are grateful to all of you.
Do-Rag Gang
Our
can be
partners,
Zeno
developers around the
and
world,
all the angels.
and most of all, our fans.
And the one above all. There's nothing we can't do.
Microsoft is going to make a game console.
We weren't sure how we were going to do it. Risk was enormous. Microsoft was this dominant company of the era, but success or even survival was anything but preordained.
We started to ship quality
Yeah, this is going to be a
At
while.
the same time, we weren't doing anything in the console space. One day, these guys from the DirectX team walked in. We just thought of ourselves kind of that rebels.
A weird combination of craziness.
It's going to be a while before we get any new games, my
renegade
friends.
A lot of
They
our
gotta give us the
thinking was
history
focused on
of the
making
Xbox.
very best games.
That really meant something for us. We wanted
wanted to make a console designed to be easy and fun to make games on. We were trying to crash meetings and get traction on this thing.
We got to see the full history of how Xbox failed to beat Sony.
Some game system?
Ballmer understood where the money came from.
Steve looked at the Xbox idea and saw insanity.
Steve Ballmer.
Just 1 minute before you answer.
What's the hard drive going to cost? What's the Ethernet port going to cost? There's no way.
Everything about making a console is hard.
We made this.
What if they announced that Xbox was shutting down
chewing gum and paint,
and they were selling it to Sony?
It doesn't turn on. It became clear that there was just some really big challenges for us.
The Duke wasn't a small controller. You had to have gorilla hands to work with this thing.
It doesn't matter what your technology is. If you don't have the games, we were done.
They had this new thing called Halo.
Forza was built as an epic racing game.
Gears of War was appealing to a hardcore gamer.
We were focused on having all of our games prepped for E3, and you were always just one catastrophic bug away from not making it.
The Red Ring. I remember.
The Red Ring of Death.
I remember those days.
Brand is on the line, the Microsoft name's on the line.
It's insane to launch a game console. When you're Microsoft, you made freaking Windows in a spreadsheet.
It was chaotic.
Chaos. Total chaos.
Our goal is to continue to innovate across all platforms.
Bridge the gap between traditional and cloud-based gaming.
And then sometimes there's surprises that come out of nowhere.
New refrigerator.
We are no longer in the Microsoft playbook.
Where's Jay Shockblast? I'm sure he's watching this. He's an Xbox fan.
Power On, the Story of Xbox is a 6-part documentary series that will release on December 13th across a variety of video platforms. So the project began almost 3 years ago with a simple question. Is there a compelling story behind the history of Xbox?
No.
The answer, it turns out, was yes, absolutely. So we partnered with an Emmy Award-winning documentary film team to really dig in and help bring the story to life. At its core, it's a story about how Xbox started as a passion project from a small group of gamers within Microsoft and grew to become a source of joy for Xbox players around the world. Whether you've been here for the entire 20 years or you have just joined us, we're excited to have you with us today. And we're going to relive some of our favorite moments, hear some words of wisdom from our very own Phil Spencer, and definitely have a little bit of fun.
Well, thanks, Rock. And it really is an honor to have you here. Believe it or not, I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh, my God.
For instance, I know that you're a 5-time WWF champion.
You know this is old.
One of the top entertainers in the world.
This is before the
Bill,
sideburns.
I'm very flattered. I'm a big fan of yours as well. For instance, The Rock knows you're the chairman and chief software architect of the Microsoft Corporation, a leading worldwide provider of software for the personal computer.
Thank you, Rock. I'm very flattered myself.
By creating Windows in 1983, a multitasking graphical user interface environment that runs on MS-DOS-based computers, along with Windows NT and Windows 2000, completely self-contained operating systems that feature networking, symmetric multiprocessing, multi-threading, and security. Bill, you've certainly revolutionized the technology we know today.
Wow. Rock, that is impressive. So, for the first time, let me now unveil Xbox.
The good old days. Simpler times.
I think this is going to be looked back.
That's around the time that I met The Rock for the first time. It was like I think I met him like 4 years earlier than that. That's when I met The Rock for the first time. You fist bumped The Rock before? That's it. I mean, don't sell yourself short, my friend. You touched a demigod.
Hi everyone, I'm Phil Spencer, known on Xbox as P3.
I got a picture.
I've been playing video games pretty much my whole life.
One of my proudest moments in my entire life.
I actually joined this company as an intern, but I was still in school a long time before Xbox was even a concept. So when I think about 20 years of Xbox,
and he called me big man,
and what games mean to all of us,
I nearly cried.
I always come back to the fact that around the world, gaming is all about people. That's it. Games are all about real people coming together to create experiences and relationships that cross geographies and cultures and age and all the things that can separate people in other parts of life. Personally, I've been fortunate to see that power of gaming to connect people in a few ways. At work, the best part of my job is spending time with the ridiculously talented teams, both here at Xbox and across our industry.
Yeah, those graphics, man.
Gaming creators around the world are at the forefront of the world's most exciting art form. But the reality is that as an industry, none of our work comes to life until it's enjoyed by our players. You the global gaming community, are a powerful force, and it is you who've made our passion as popular and important as it is today. Pretty much every day when I'm off work, I'm on Xbox. I'm chatting with friends, we're driving Jeeps off cliffs in Forza, I'm trying new games in Game Pass. This is where we live, and we've all seen how important and real those human relationships can be, especially in the face of real-life adversity. So when I think about 20 years of Xbox, I think about you, our community, and our creators. And I want you to know that I'm dedicated.
How long is this thing?
Team Xbox is dedicated, and this company is dedicated to continuing
I hope this isn't
to
a
invest,
4-hour stream,
listen, and
like
learn
DC fandom,
as we build the best, most welcoming, and most fun entertainment ecosystem
Rockstar
anywhere on
for
Earth
10 billion.
and beyond.
Imagine.
At Xbox, we're on a mission to bring the joy and community of gaming to everyone. And we're honored that you've joined us for the last 20 years. And we can't wait to build the future together.
Only PlayStation.
So thank you, and see you online.
Is connected to this TV. This is a PlayStation household.
His name's Jacob. I met him like 3 years ago on Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
So over the next year, he quickly became one of our best friends.
We're meeting for the first time.
But of course, it was only online. I've never seen him in person.
Tanner lives in Spokane, Washington.
And I was like, bro, I want to be in Canada. He's like, bro, no way.
He's here.
Bruh.
It's just so crazy.
Then let's pack up and head to St. Louis.
And how's it been, bro? I'm so happy to see you, bro.
The Bridge Boys are back.
Yeah, I have a habit. It's really a compulsion. I can only buy winning consoles. I can't buy the consoles that lose the wars. I gotta have a winning console.
Since the launch of Xbox One, we've listened to you, the community of Xbox gamers, and we're grateful for your continued feedback.
Wow.
We continue to
like
deliver
totally
monthly platform feature updates that enhance your gaming experience, and your response to the updates continues to motivate us. Last year, the team decided to tackle a feature
look up how
that
long
has been
this thing is supposed to
consistently at
last.
the top of your request list. And while we weren't sure it was possible, today, I'm pleased to announce Xbox One backward compatibility. Your Xbox 360 games, the games you've invested your time and money in, and the games you want to continue to play will be playable natively on your Xbox One.
You asked for more games to join our backward compatibility catalog, from the biggest blockbusters to cult classics. And we listened. Today, we are celebrating our anniversary by adding more than 70 original Xbox and Xbox 360 games to our backward compatibility catalog. The entire Max Payne series is now playable on Xbox Series X, Series S, and Xbox One consoles for the very first time. The entire Fear franchise can now be played on our latest machines. Games like Dead or Alive Ultimate and Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast are once again playable on a new generation of consoles. all original Xbox games will look better than ever on all modern consoles.
You
Every one of
mother-
the titles added today will benefit from Auto HDR, and many will enjoy increased frame rates with FPS boost, including a
They're not
wider
trying to
range
tell
of
us
our
how long this
existing
thing
backward-compatible
lasts.
titles like the Gears
'Cause
of
they
War
know we're gonna bail.
franchise, the Fable franchise, Cameo,
Fable.
and Sonic Generations. At Xbox, we are committed to preserving the games that you love, enhanced by the latest technology while staying true to the original creator's vision. What
Hey,
better
you
way
guys
to
asked for
celebrate
it.
the past 20 years than by playing the iconic games that helped define it? Thank you for being with us on every step of this journey.
If you're having fun, I'm happy for you. I could be watching the end of Red Notice though, but that's okay. Red Notice can wait. We got to see the history of Microsoft. 40 minutes usually. Please God, let that be true. I heard they're supposed to show the beta for the new Halo. What if your future kids like Xbox? Bold of you to assume that Xbox will exist in the future. It's only been 17 minutes. Oh my God.
You ever wonder what the bottom of an Avatar shoe looks like? Well, bam! There it is.
I can't even make a "that's what she said" joke because I'm legitimately in distress that this thing could last another half hour. I think Amazon's gonna buy everything.
Next time.
360.
All right, Xbox fans, the time
They
has
brought
come.
The Rock back?
Can you believe it has been 20 years since I stood on that CES stage in Las Vegas and helped launch the original Xbox. Now, of course, I nailed
I was
all
just
the cool
watching,
buzzwords.
literally just
The Rock
watching
here to
Red
say
Notice.
That can't be farther from.
What's this? Is this what happened to the stream? This might be a gift.
The truth. Symmetric multi-process.
Oh no, it's back. Never mind.
Hell-bent on getting into the vault and getting their hands on these artifacts.
Damn,
Need you to break into
I was
the
hoping they
Xbox
shut it
vault
down.
yourself. Need you to break into the Xbox vault yourself by heading over to the site below. Now I'm excited to tell you we got hundreds and hundreds of amazing prizes, including an oil painting of yours truly from that moment 20 years of hair. The whole thing is there. And custom Xbox Red Notice hardware, Game Pass collector's cards. We got hundreds and hundreds of them for you guys. And last but not least, 3 Cleopatra eggs, just like the ones in Red Notice. All right, it's time for me to go and
Available
hit
now
the
on
Iron
Netflix.
Paradise and show Master Chief what real guns look like. You never cease to amaze The Rock. Enjoy the rest of the show.
You know The Rock definitely is not an Xbox player. You know he got a PS5 at the crib for sure.
Oops.
I took a picture of that guy.
Oops.
All right, I think I'm gonna be going to bed now. All right, I got this. What is it gonna do? What?
Oh boy.
Oops.
Please welcome Keanu Reeves.
Hello, Los Angeles.
The Cyberpunk reveal. Do they really want to remind us of Cyberpunk right now?
Walking the streets of the future
is really going to be breathtaking.
You're
breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
Yes, let's bring up Cyberpunk. Speaking of mistakes being made.
More than just fun. It's an activity that brings people from all walks of life, from all over the world together.
Cyberpunk was not breathtaking. I'll tell you that.
Congratulations.
Those breathtaking bugs at launch.
Pour moi, les jeux vidéo sont un moyen de s'évader et de penser à autre chose, mais surtout de découvrir des univers incroyables, des expériences inédites en coop ou en multijoueur, mais surtout de s'amuser, c'est le plus important.
Lejeune just hanging out, just vibing.
Ci vediamo online.
How can you get down with the Avengers team? You need superpowers, I would assume. Or the money for technology.
The vision that we've worked on for so long, you see it in real products. Xbox One X, the most powerful console ever made. That journey
I legit had no idea that Outriders
isn't always a direct path.
Outriders update was coming out
we see
tomorrow.
A future
I was like,
where you're instantly absorbed in your games.
Next, maybe next month, couple weeks. Nope, they were like tomorrow. I'm like,
immersive,
okay,
responsive, and surprising. We centered on this idea, putting the player at the center, really freeing up the player to play the games that they want with the people they want on the devices that they want to play.
Xbox will be the platform that underpins gaming experiences for the globe.
Psych.
That's the vision. It will connect people. It will empower creators to achieve things they never could before. It will break down barriers. That's what I believe.
Sir, Outriders is back.
A milestone like the 20th anniversary of Xbox.
Best part of the stream so far.
It's more than a chance
definitely
to reflect
is the Outriders
on all
broadcast.
we've done and everything our players have taught us. With 23 studios across Xbox Game Studios and Bethesda, all pouring their incredible passion into creating new worlds and amazing experiences, the future of gaming is awe-inspiring. At Xbox, our love for players starts with our love for games and the creators who make them. We know that to reach more gamers in more parts of the world,
I have to read what the details are
because
they did show
Fostering
new gear
a community as diverse as the
when
world
they were
we
talking
live
about
in,
the update.
and inclusive of all that makes each of us.
I'm pretty sure the new gear is part of New Horizons.
That's why we relentlessly invest to
they
make
didn't
it
tell us
easier
anything
and
about
faster for developers to build the games we
World
love.
Slayer.
We've driven innovation to enable developers to build accessibility features into their games, like remappable controls and adjustable color
I'm
or
excited
text
about
for
being able to
players who
skip
are
the intro
visually
finally.
impaired. We collaborate with creators to encourage representation of diverse characters for stories that can open our eyes and our hearts to new points of view. And we're committed to bringing those incredible
Outriders
games
is not a live
to
service
every
game,
gamer on the
but it
planet
gets
by making
updated
it possible for
kinda like
anyone
one.
to play any game, anywhere. We do that with Game Pass, bringing you hundreds of titles from hidden gems to the biggest hits, playable across all devices. We do that with our consoles, the most affordable
They
and
have to show
powerful
some
console
reveals.
lineup
They're
of
not.
Xbox
They wouldn't
Series
show
S and X.
no reveals.
And we do that with things like the Xbox Adaptive Controller.
They wouldn't do that.
Which has unlocked the joy of gaming for over 400 million players with disabilities. When everyone plays,
There's
we
no way.
all win. It isn't just a tagline. It's a core principle that inspires everything we do. So please join
Game
us
Pass
as we look
doesn't have
forward to the
Spider-Man.
next 20 years and more.
Correct.
As we unleash creativity, embrace a global community, and delight gamers everywhere, together.
No, they got to show something.
Thank you for being the
even
core
if it's just Halo.
of what makes Xbox great.
We're slowly catching up. They got to go through the whole history.
Whatever the cost.
No, we got up to Cyberpunk. Apparently, we're showing Paramount Plus content now. It's making a Master Chief show on Paramount. They're making a Halo show.
Hello, Master Chief.
Yeah. On Paramount Plus. Okay. There you go, Halo fans. You have a Paramount Plus. You can see
I'm so
the new Halo
fortunate
series.
to be able to work and play in this incredible sci-fi universe of Halo. Like Marvel and Star Wars, Halo is a universe where hundreds of stories can be told and where millions of experiences can be shared.
Are we really putting Halo up next to Marvel and Star Wars, though?
Halo began 20 years ago as the defining experience for Xbox.
Okay.
And thanks to you, it's now a global pop culture phenomenon.
You missed the
Whether it's the highly
whole
anticipated
Outriders
Halo
stream
TV series coming to Paramount Plus
and
next year,
a lot of very
which you just
boring
saw a
Xbox
glimpse in that
content.
live-action teaser, or stepping back into the boots of Master Chief in Halo Infinite this December, the Halo universe continues to expand in new and thrilling ways. Because of your passion for Halo and your constructive feedback, we gave Halo Infinite more time to refine it for everyone that has been with us from the beginning.
Oh boy.
And for anyone who's just getting started.
I know what that sounds like.
This
I know what
game
that
is
means.
a return to our roots with an epic campaign and a deeply rewarding multiplayer. And we can't wait for you to jump into this all-new Halo experience. While the Master Chief is the hero of Halo, our fans are its heart and soul. And we at 343 are proud to celebrate 20 years of
Very
Halo
epic
with
music,
you
yeah.
in a very special way. Enjoy.
This is finally gets a game reveal. Okay. This sounds like Elder Scrolls. More Halo? Okay. Great music. Shit content. That's some good study music. It's been 30 minutes. You rather watch your dog run after a ball?
Hello, Halo community, from all of us
I mean,
at 343
who wouldn't?
Industries.
Dogs are awesome.
To everyone who played in the recent multiplayer flights, your passion and feedback and spectacular gameplay clips inspired all of us as we made the final push to get Halo Infinite ready for launch. As a thank you and to celebrate our 20th anniversary, we wanted to do something special.
Show some actual
let
games.
me hand the mic to Tom French, creative director for Halo Infinite Multiplayer. Tom?
Thank you, Joseph. On behalf of the entire Halo team, it's my honor and privilege to announce that your Spartan journey begins today. Right now, you can download and start playing Season 1 of Halo Infinite's free-to-play multiplayer beta on Xbox One, Series S, X, and PC.
What?
This is the kickoff of our season, and you'll have access to all the maps, core modes, Academy features, and the full Battle Pass to unlock. And your progression will carry over when we officially release the game on December 8th. This is an amazing moment for our team to get to celebrate this as we finally get to release the game and play with you all online. See you online, Spartans.
Halo Infinite beta right now? What? Who saw that coming? Go ahead, beta testers. Enjoy.
We built this facility off the grid to train the next generation of Spartans. To be a Spartan, you must become the impossible.
Oh, sorry. I did that wrong. Enjoy, beta testers.
Greetings, Spartan. It would be my pleasure to serve at your side.
An electric kill.
Well, I hope you Halo fans have fun.
Cluster luck.
I mean, literally, they're beta testers. I'd rather play Outriders, which I will tomorrow.
Zone captured.
Outriders was awesome. Amazing broadcast. I'm excited for the new content drop tomorrow. Definitely going to be streaming it. See what it do. That's literally it. That's the whole stream. So we sat here a half hour just so they can do commercials for Red Notice, the new Halo TV show on Paramount Plus, and to tell us that the beta is available. Bruh. That's literally the stream. Wow. That's literally it. Hey, Red Notice is available on Netflix. Remember how we were used to be a company that only made computers? Wasn't that crazy? Oh, and by the way, download the beta for Halo Infinite right now. Bye. So glad I stayed an extra hour for this. Sorry you didn't get to see Elder Scrolls or literally anything else of value. Well, at least the Outrider stream was good. Yeah, I told you don't even begin to compare this to the PlayStation Showcase. Like, it's not gonna happen. You can boot up a random YouTube video and get a hit with an ad to tell you to watch Red Notice. That's great. I can literally go downstairs and unpause my TV, which is on Red Notice as we speak. which is a good movie, by the way. I enjoyed it. I have like 15 minutes left, but I stopped so I can show Outriders. But I stayed for the Xbox, which did not work out in my favor. but hey, at least we know. Well, at least we know. Before the stream, I had no idea. Well, I actually did know that the Halo Infinite beta was going to be live today. But I didn't know that The Rock was going to be talking about it, about Xbox, and while promoting Red Notice. So that's new. That's something. Cool. I don't want to speak for everybody, but I think I can speak for everybody when I say that this Xbox anniversary celebration definitely changed my life for the better. At least it was short, and it was short. Say what you will, but it did not take that long. Only 30 minutes to tell us that the Halo Infinite beta is available right now. Honestly, they could have did this in 10, but you know, I understand. They gotta make a spectacle. It is their big anniversary. But they literally could have cut this whole thing down to 10 minutes. Well, don't say that I'd never give Xbox a fair chance. Let it be known, I am always willing to give Xbox an opportunity to impress me. When they don't, not my fault. I gave it the opportunity. The Rock was literally the highlight of the entire thing for me. They're making a Midnight Suns movie. I think if they are, then it's going to be more popular than the actual Midnight Suns game. I'll watch it. All right, well, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go watch Red Notice, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot, now streaming on Netflix. Tomorrow is the New Horizons update for Outriders. Should be very interesting. A bunch of new features, new maps, quality of life changes are coming. So I'm definitely looking forward to running some Outriders again. Thank you guys for hanging out for the Outriders portion of the stream, and thank you for supporting me and keeping me awake during the Xbox part of the stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And if there's any new Avengers updates, if it's anything big, then I'll make a new video about it. Otherwise, check me out on Twitter. You want to play Warframe? I was thinking of picking that one up too. See you guys tomorrow. I'm Stop the Gamer, signing out.